Do you ever feel like your tools might be holding you back? That was me with my watercolor brushes until I found these beauties. Today, I'm putting the Escoda Travel Red Set to the test, a sort of minimalist beginner's POV. Is it the game changer I hoped for? Let's find out together. Hi America, a beginner on a mission to master watercolor and beyond. If you're new here, welcome to my art adventure. This channel is all about the ups, downs, and the in-betweens of learning art almost from scratch. As I mentioned in a previous video, when I started watercoloring, I saw tons of specialists saying that the brush was less important than the paper and the paint. At first, when I was just trying things out myself, it seemed that way, but when I started following classes and another open tutorials, I started to feel frustrated that I couldn't do basic things like this is terrible. This was so hard to do with the brushes that I had before. So I have been experimenting with budget brushes for a while now. This was made with one of these, and the basic water brush pen set I got on Amazon that I still use and I like a lot. And I have another set that I got from a sort of a dollar store, and that will be used for glue and other things that don't require refined tools. But even those were fine for starting out, but I began noticing some major frustrations. They couldn't hold enough paint, and don't even get me started on trying to control water. Something I already knew wasn't as smooth when using water brush pens. So I researched a lot, trying to find something that was good, but not so expensive and also portable. Portable is a main thing for me, so I decided to invest in these Escoda brushes. So, first impressions, they are gorgeous. They are compact, they are perfect for travel, for going around town and trying to draw. They fit my purse, which is important for me. But are they all looks and no substance? Let's put them to work. The set comes with these 3 brushes. I have used this, but I'm going to do an exercise in this video to try this. One thing that I didn't like, that it stained easily. This was supposed to be white. I can't get rid of this paint. It's, I think, a phthalo blue or ultramarine blue that got stuck in here, and I have washed this. But okay, I don't mind really. It doesn't mess with my paper. Like, this won't stain. It's just the wrong looks, I think. I'm going to test this using my Winsor & Newton Cotman set. Let me just get this right. This. Ooh, this wasn't supposed to happen. I'm going to say that this is a thing that I don't like in this set. This is too loose. I hope this stayed in place, but as you can see, it doesn't. But this video is about these brushes, so moving on. And also, this is like this. I keep my palette messy, although I didn't want to do this when I first started watercoloring, but I don't like to throw away colors when I can still use them. So as I said, I'm going to test these brushes using this very low budget pad. Also, I'm going to test on the Canson XL pad that I have over here, which still isn't 100% cotton, but it's a nice paper for practice. So I'm going to see if I see any difference in them, because I didn't do this test. I just started using this to paint my sketchbook, my tiny sketchbook that I have shown in another video. So let's start with this one. I don't see when I'm painting so much difference between these 2 brushes. The size is almost the same. This one is a little bit smaller, but I see some differences in doing a couple of things that I'm going to talk about in this video. So let's start with the Perla 8. I'm going to wet my brush and I'm going to choose this color that I love. So one thing that I had an issue was doing this, like keeping the paint in the brush with the low budget brushes I have. It's so simple. I have seen tons of tutorials. I even asked ChatGPT what could be my problem, but I wasn't able to get the paint to the brush. And then when I was able to do so, I need a little bit of water. I couldn't put my paint on the palette. I lost tons of paint, whatever, trying and doing this. So this is basic, but it was a thing for me. Let me know if this was a thing for you, because I have tried to see if other people had this kind of issue, but I didn't find so many things online. So this was one thing. Okay. I like that this brush do lines that aren't so thick, and also I like how it holds water. I have more water than I have paint on my brush. I'm going to try and get a little bit more. So let's see. It's better. Not so much over here. And then I can do this. The distribution, it's not as even as I would like, but this ain't the brush that I use the most to do this. One thing I do like to do with this brush that I don't think I'm going to be able to show you in this video because my brush is already wet. Let's see. It's lifting. I think this brush lifts the paint better than the other brushes on this set, but I don't know, I'm not sure if the problem is this paper or not. That's why I'm going to try and do this test on the Canson XL paper that I have here. Let me just get more paint. Oh, so much nicer to paint in this paper. And also the ink distribution, it's not so even, but it's better, I think. A little bit better than the other one. I like this. I don't have too much paint on my brush, so this makes things a little bit more difficult. But I think it holds okay. Let's try to lift. Oh, you can see. Way better in this paper. Oh, I love this. I know this isn't the right way to do this, but I'm just testing out, trying out. This isn't like the art I'm trying to do here, but just a test, just seeing how things go. So I'm going to try and use this brush right now. I'm going to first try to lift the paint. Okay, in this paper, this works for lifting, but I think this one gives me a bit more control. Not in this test, because this is just a test, not a actual painting I'm doing, but this is softer. So for lifting, it gives me less control, but in this paper, I don't think. Oh, in this paper, this doesn't even. Like here, I just touch and then I can lift more paint, but here, the paint won't go away. So it depends on the paper we are using. But I like this. So let's see with another color. Let's try orange. Okay, the water distribution is better with this brush. Also, this is so soft. This is so nice to use. I like this a lot. Moving on, also the line. I can do fine lines with this brush if I try. Finer than with this one, although this is a bit sturdier, I think, and gives more control. For details, I'd rather use this one. The experience painting with this brush and this paper is okay, and I think I just need a little bit more practice to get the paint to be more evenly distributed in both of them. I don't have this much practice, but I think it's okay. Oh, so nice to paint with this. I really love this. Lastly, but not least, let's go and try this one with this blue. I needed more water here. I don't know if I have chosen the right blue to test this, but okay, we'll see. So this also gives us a fine line. Oh, I like this. And also the paint distribution. I like this. I think I believe a bit more practice. But I like this. Let's see on the other paper. And then we'll go ahead. I think depending on the color, it's easier to do this because of the characteristics of each color, if it's more granulate and the pigment and all of that I don't know as much technically. I just have this impression. If you know the technical explanation, please leave this in the comment. But that's it. I like using this. So this is what sold me. The water and paint flow so much smoother. As you can see, I needed a little bit more practice, and depends on the kind of paper that I use. I'm excited to try and do this in 100% cotton paper. I think it's going to be such an amazing experience, but it's way better than what I had before. And also I like how the paint and water is more evenly spreaded, and I can see myself practicing enough to control this better than with the other brushes I had tried before. And I love sketching small scenes, as you can see in this video, and these brushes fit the bill perfectly. But when I tried wash on wash technique in larger sizes, I realized that I'm missing a larger brush for pre-wetting the paper and facilitating those big dreamy backgrounds. But this is just something to keep in mind. If you like to paint bigger scenes, not tiny sketches as I usually do, it might be better to get yourself an extra brush, a larger brush, to work on the background and larger details. For me, for now, this is perfect. So, was the Escoda Travel Red Set worth it? For a beginner like me who wants tools that help me improve without being intimidating and that are also portable, this is a big yes. They are perfect for most of my needs. They have made painting smoother and more enjoyable, and they will last, I hope. And although it was a bit more than I wanted to spend on brushes for now, I think the cost benefit, considering it's a set, was very good. Also, they are portable. They don't occupy much space in my home and in my purse, and I can take them anywhere. Have you tried the Escoda brushes, or do you have a go-to set you swear by? Let me know in the comments. I'm always looking for tips. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this review and want to see more art experiments. I'll see you next time.